Seabasscrew here with the Gamecube collection, part 1. Now, to be honest, I don't have a lot of Gamecube games. At all. I mean, legit. I don't have a lot of Gamecube games. Just, let's just see how it goes. I got the bag here like I often do. The first game is Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. This is the first Zelda game that I played on the Gamecube, and it's just amazing. It really is. I mean, the graphics, people were bashing this game because it has cel-shaded graphics. So, does that mean that this game is bad? No, it doesn't. In fact, it's like one of the most beautiful games on the Gamecube that I've ever played. People who play this saying, "Oh, you're a kid, grow up." Come on. Really? You really think you could beat Zelda: The Wind Waker? Sure, the main quest may be easy, but the secondary quests are hard as hell. And there's many ways to replay this game. I mean, you can find all the items on the islands and everything like that. You can do side quests and everything. It's got everything that a Zelda game needs to have all in one disc. And it's just amazing. Story, yeah, the story is actually pretty good, actually. I mean, every Zelda game's got to have a good story, too. But the thing I really love about this game is just the gameplay. Just the gameplay entirely. It's no different, but it has been changed up a little bit. From a jump from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to this, that's a huge achievement. But yeah, this is an awesome Zelda game. If you guys have Gamecubes and you have Wii's, definitely pick up this game. It's one of the best Zelda games on the Gamecube. Next to Twilight Princess, of course. But I would prefer the Wii version over that. Next game. Mario Party 7. Mario Party games don't really tickle my fancy at all. They really don't. I mean, Mario Party games are more like just exactly what the title says, party games. I mean, they're just there for, for a party rate, but like when you have friends come over and everything like that. But this game is not that bad, actually. Even though I don't play it as much. Playing the first single player is boring. Single player is boring as hell. Unless you play with computers, then it's actually a little fun. But when you play with friends, it's a blast to play with friends. This is more of a multiplayer based game than anything, because the single player is just boring as hell. Really, it is. And it's set up like a board game, actually. And it's actually pretty fun to play. I never really got into Mario Party games at all. I mean, the first Mario Party game that I played was Mario Party 5 on the Gamecube, which I don't have. Because I played a demo of it at GameStop, I believe. No, Best Buy. I played it at Best Buy. And I was alright. It was alright. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything. I was expecting a little bit out of Mario. Better than just, that. But still, it's a decent game. Next game up is 007 Everything or Nothing. Not better than Nightfire, but very close. I mean, this game has probably one of the best Bond intros I've ever seen on a Bond game on the Gamecube. I mean, Nightfire is my absolute favorite Bond game. I mean, I've played Nightfire, I have played Quantum of Solace, I've played GoldenEye. GoldenEye is my second best, though, but I really love Nightfire. I mean, Nightfire is like one of my favorite Bond games because it has Pierce Brosnan, who is James Bond. Not Daniel Craig, not Sean Connery is kind of like him. Not anybody else but Pierce Brosnan or Sean Connery. Those are the classic Bonds, not freaking Daniel Craig. Now maybe thinking, well, why do you hate Daniel Craig? Well, he's just not what Bond used to be, really. He's more combat worthy than, stealth-like. If you know what I mean. I mean, Bond wasn't really into combat that much. And what happened to the gadgets in the Bond games, really? I remember playing Nightfire, and you have a taser that's like a key to your car. You have a taser, and you have all these other gadgets. What happened to those? Seriously, Bond games need to have gadgets. Without that, it's just like a clone of a first-person shooter that's already out. I mean, really. Sure, I like GoldenEye 007 a lot, but it's all about the gadgets. I mean, I really enjoyed that part of the game. Is the gadgets that 007 games have to offer. It's just... But this game is a lot of fun, though. You have third-person view, and hand-to-hand combat's pretty cool, too. I love the vehicles and all the missions you do and everything like that. It's pretty fun. I haven't beaten it, though, so I don't know my absolute complete thoughts. But seriously, 007 games need to have gadgets. What happened to those? I swear to God. Oh my God. I've remembered that just from the day it came out. I mean, the original GoldenEye on the N64 had gadgets. Like the wash laser. That was freaking awesome. But now, these other 007 games, they don't have the gadgets anymore. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's what makes a Bond game. The gadgets and just the overall fun factor of shooting the enemies. But still, GoldenEye is a pretty good game. GoldenEye, the Wii version, is actually a pretty good game. But not the best. But it's definitely close to the N64. But not better than it. But it is close. Next game is the best fighter I've ever played on a GameCube, Super Smash Bros. Melee. No other game has sucked so many hours than Smash Bros. I mean, it just blew my mind on all the Nintendo characters inside the game, and the graphics blew me away. It was just so beautiful. But I don't play it as much anymore, and I'm really skeptical on why I still have this game. But I will not sell this game as long as I live. This is my childhood classic, next to Halo. But this is my childhood classic on the GameCube. The best game I've ever played on GameCube to date. Metroid Prime is close, but not anywhere closer than this. But still, this is the best GameCube game that I own. I believe, yes, it's just that awesome. Next game is then another Legend of Zelda game. We bought two because one there was no disc in it, and then the other one we just bought because we just wanted to. My brother wanted to play it. Next game is Star Fox Assault. Now I haven't played much of a Star Fox. I haven't played much of a Star Fox game since Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox on the SNES. But Star Fox Adventures was a phenomenal game, and I'm so mad that I sold it. I'm so pissed off because that game was so much fun. I mean, everything about it was great. It had a Zelda-esque feel to it, which I really enjoyed. Star Fox Assault goes back to the classic Star Fox formula where you're in the R-Wing shooting down enemies in space and everything. And you can drive in the Landmaster like in Star Fox 64, but it's just not as, fun as it. First off, when you're on foot, the controls are a bit slippy. Slippy. Yeah, get it? Get it? The guy on the cover? Never mind. But yeah, the controls are very slick, very slippy, and just overall not really natural to play with. I mean, when you get on combat, when you get into space, the controls are fine on space, but when you get down on the floor, and the camera is sometimes a pain too, because it will point in whatever angle it wants, and you can't see yourself, and you can't see what you're going to shoot at. But the graphics are decent. The gameplay is pretty fun, actually. Pretty fun, more or less an arcade style of a Star Fox game. And it's set up like arcade style, too. But yeah, this is definitely a great Star Fox game. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure, But yeah, this is an awesome Star Fox game, but not the best. Because I think Adventures did it right, and then when Assault came out, many people were psyched because it's the classic Star Fox that everyone knows and everything like that, but that's all we got to say about this game. Next game up is Need for Speed Underground, which has RE4 in it. Or if you guys don't know, it's Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is freaking amazing. I mean, the best Resident Evil game ever made. I mean, really. Resident Evil 5 was close, but it did not top Resident Evil 4, though. I mean, third-person shooting, and just Leon Kennedy and everything like that. It's just awesome. It's just an awesome game. I can't explain it. I mean, a lot of people know that Resident Evil 4 is freaking amazing. Now, which version should you get? Well, for the best control version, I would get the Wii version, the Wii version too. For the best graphics, the best atmosphere, I don't really know what version you should get, but whatever version sticks with you. Maybe the PS2 or the Xbox version. I don't know. But Need for Speed Underground, I've never played it, but it has RE4 inside it, so that's all I got. Let me check what time we've got. 10 minutes. Alright, let me wrap this up. I gotta get this done. Alright, next game is Hot Wheels Velocity X. Not my favorite Hot Wheels game, but very, 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 very close. I mean, this game was actually pretty fun to play. Even though that I've read a few reviews on it, and they said the controls were terrible beyond belief, which I think, you know, the cars don't handle that bad, but they most certainly don't handle like, you know, a Hot Wheels car should handle. I mean, it's very stiff and very, you know, tight, sometimes tight and everything like that. But what I do love in this game is the weapons. The weapons you can use to destroy your opponents, it's freaking awesome. I mean, I really do enjoy that. And, you know, doing the unlocking all the cars and everything like that, and the story's pretty generic, and it's based off the Hot Wheels cartoon series, which I don't know why. I mean, they were going to try to experiment and see what Hot Wheels would do as a cartoon, but it just did not work. It really didn't. But this game is a lot of fun. For multiplayer wise, absolutely. Single player wise, it's okay. I mean, the challenges can be pretty fun too. I mean, if you want to be challenged, do the challenges. Those are really, you know, challenging tasks to do in that game. But next game, I gotta speed it up a little bit. Medal of Honor: Rising Sun. Typical Medal of Honor game. Do I really have to explain this? It's based on the Japanese, the Pacific Theater. And it's typical Medal of Honor combat, first-person shooter, traditional shooter, may I add. And it's not a bad game, but just not the, you know, groundbreaking achievement in the Medal of Honor games. But it's a pretty good game. But I'm not really, you know, I used to play it, but then it just got really boring after a while. That's all I really got to say this game. Let's see, how many games I got? Oh, thank God, one game, and I know what it is. ATV Quad Power Racing 2. Yeah, how? This game, it's short, but it's still fun to play. I mean, I love doing stunts. I love kicking people off of their ATVs. Yeah, you can actually kick people off of them. It's funny as hell. And just making them crash into the tree and everything like that. It's fun. It's just so fun to play. Multiplayer wise, to do big tricks, oh my God, the tricks really sell this game. I really love doing the tricks on this game. And kicking people and everything like that. And they have the ATV riders. If you're in the ATV series, this game is decent because a single player campaign is very short. You can finish it in about like 6 to 8 hours total. I haven't finished this game, so, but my thoughts on this game, it's a great racing game, but not my favorite though. And that's all I really got to say about the GameCube portion of this video. This is SeabassCrew here, and I will see you guys later.